here today. What's going on? Welcome everybody to Big Time Show podcast that is being seen and heard live on this great Saturday afternoon. What's going on? I see people are coming in by the dozens. What's going on? Hey. I know it's been a minute, but I'm here. Here I am. I am here. Listen, we're being seen live here on the Spotlight Sports Network. I don't know what kind of music I got going on right here, but I don't like it. And I'm changing it up. I just want to go to sleep. But let me go and crank that up a little bit. Listen, we're on Facebook Live, of course. We're here on Twitter. We're here on Twitch. We are out absolutely live on our YouTube channel. We are being heard live here on Podbean, live as we speak. I hope that you guys are excited today. It's been a good day today. Hope that you guys will share if you can. It would be very nice if you would share before we get started. I'm going to speak to everybody as soon as I get through sharing myself. Hope that you guys will help your boy out by doing that. I'm coming to the live chat in a minute to say hello. I hope you guys are ready today. The Dallas Cowboys never let me down with news or news that we can talk about. It's a every single day beauty. The Cowboys are a wealth of if it's $1 billion organization, I mean, certainly we, people like me, independent podcasts, can get at least, a few dollars off it, a few dollars. I mean, if they're $1 billion, we got enough Cowboy fans around the country and haters, of course, that can make up for the audience. I hope you guys can just share again. If you want to, while you're at it, you see the descriptions and stuff that is going down on the ticker there, particularly in my YouTube channel. It would be nice if you guys would subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's right there on the screen for you. All you have to do is go to the Big Time Show on YouTube. Just simply subscribe to it, and I would appreciate it. Turn on those notifications. And I'm there live as we speak. If you're watching me from everywhere else, it would be nice for you to do that. I'm still sharing, y'all. I'm in about 75 groups, so I'm trying to share with as many people as I can. All right. What's going on? Who is that? Joe. What's up? Tavis. What's up? Wendy. What's up? These my folks, y'all. These my people been hanging with me since I started. What's up? Yeah, Karam. Yeah, you a Cowboy fan this pain. Yes, sir. Welcome to the club. Yeah, we talking football time today. Wendy, what is going on? And all you other people that are on, I can't see you, but I know you're there. I can't see you. Let me see if I can catch you this way. Come on, say something to me. I got a few people on here. Listen, while y'all here, I see some problems with the Cowboys. What's up, Shane? Oh, man, Matthew Lincoln, he's a Raider fan. He asking me, do I trust Jerry Jones? I can answer your question real quick, Matthew. No. Matter of fact, every Cowboy fan, watch this, Matthew. Watch this. Hey, this is not part of the show. But watch this, Matthew, since you're here. Let me ask, because see, mostly everybody on here I know are Cowboy fans. Watch this, y'all. Here the first question. Let's since we got a new guy to come into the show. His name is Matthew Lincoln. He's a Raider fan. He asked me, but I'm gonna switch it to you Cowboy fans. This is what he says. Come on, help me, y'all. Do we trust Jerry Jones? Watch this, Matthew. Watch this. Check it out. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this, man. Here they come. Watch. I told you. Here they come. Here they come. Gerald, my cousin in there. Hey, Matthew, do you see what I'm saying? We've been here. See, Joe is from Italy, Matthew. He's watching from Italy and even overseas. No. Do y'all see that? Do you see that? Yeah. Matthew said he don't trust his own either. Yeah. The exchange they trust him to do what? Really? To do what? Yeah. So, see, these are the problems that the Dallas Cowboys fan have. And it leads perfect. And look at my brother Tavis in the house. There's a game with the Jones. Exactly. Which leads to what I want to talk about today. Now, I need y'all to think. We've talked about the celebration of Dan Quinn. I'm still celebrating him being back. Okay. Nobody can knock me down off that at all. Nobody. Right? We've also talked about the comeback of Kellen Moore back as our offensive coordinator. You guys know how I feel about that. I've told you guys I don't like it because I've seen enough. And the sad part about it is that Kellen Moore overall is a successful offensive coordinator. He has the number one and top 3 offense ever since he's been called in play. So that is what you can't help but say, okay, he's successful. It's just that it's disguised, if you ask me. When he goes against the big boys, he fades away. That's just me. But he's in demand. Teams want to, at least teams want to interview him as a head coach. We all know that Boise State wanted him last year. It is what it is. I told you the problems, what I think about that. Kellen Moore being there, I see the same old thing happen again. What do I mean? Real quick before we get into the meat, he's not going to run the ball. So, I mean, let's just not even try to even talk about that. All right? He's not going to run the ball. He's not. It is what it is. He's going to pass the ball. He's just not. Y'all know that by now. Dak Prescott will throw the ball 45 times a game. Y'all know what's going to happen. His red zone, we'll still be questioning that next year. So let's just get that out of the way. That's really not one of the problems I want to talk about today, though. Let me talk about a problem that I see. And depending on how you look at it today, it'll either be a problem in caps, all caps, or it will be a problem in quotation marks. Y'all hear a double echo? Okay. Let me turn it down a little bit. How's that, Wendy? Maybe up a little bit too high. All right. We're going to make sure that we get this sound right. I don't want no double echo. You say you hear one, I'm moving down. It sound like Wendy. Talk to me. Did have things up a little bit further. Let's see here. I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. I think I got it solved now. Hello to those that are on Podbean as well. Good to have you in the house. Good to have you. It's fine on your end. Okay, what's up, everybody? Here's the problem, y'all. Here's the problem. It's dressed up in one person, but that one person carries layers that rips up the rest of the team. Here it is, y'all. That one person is Michael Parsons. Let me explain myself, and then let's see if you agree with me. Micah Parsons is a problem. And for those that can't see me, I just put that problem in quotation marks. But he can become a problem, that's in all caps, if we don't play these cards right. Here it is. Here it is, y'all. I see you, Wendy. Here's the problem. The problem is we're not good at linebacker. This is one of the areas that we nobody's really talking about. Let's look at the situation, and then you guys, let's talk. LVE is not expected to be with us next year, right? Okay. He's probably going to get paid somewhere else. And I don't think the Cowboys are going to pay him, all right? That's one. Last year, our other starter was Keanu O'Neal. He wasn't just great when he was healthy. And then, of course, he got hurt, as he usually does. And he's not expected to be with the Cowboys. So right there, that's our three starting linebackers, only one is signed. Michael Parsons. Jabril Cox, who everybody loves, got hurt last year. And when he got hurt, y'all, we haven't seen him, so he's coming back next year. Yes, Keanu O'Neal is a free agent. Signed a 1-year deal. All right, watch this. Keanu O'Neal is not nothing to shout about. Plus, he was injured at the end. Okay, Jabril Cox is coming off an ACL, and we don't know how he's going to respond with his knee. And even if he's 100% healthy, how many games did he play last year? He only played in a few games, and most of that was on special teams. But if he comes back, he's probably expected to start. So that's really like having a rookie linebacker in the game. Y'all see some problems with that? I do. And it's one of the situations where don't fall into that Stephen Jones talk about a draft will solve the problem. A draft in certain positions is growing pains. And a rookie starting linebacker from wherever is a problem. Now, some of you may say, well, we can go ahead and sign a free agent. Just stop right there. Yeah, we could. But we know who we got as a capologist, right? That's Stephen Jones. So, yeah, we will sign a free agent at linebacker, but it ain't worth talking about. Luke Gifford is a good, solid player, but he's never been a starter, and I'm not sure he can handle it. He's always been a depth guy. He's always been a guy. Yeah, everybody's saying $20 million over the cap. I wrote. That's why they're gonna release some folks. Okay, we know that. We already know that. We know how Stephen Jones is with free agency. He shops on the 4th or the 5th day, get these crackerjack free agents that nobody knows, or they've been injured and they sign a 1-year prove-it deal, all that kind of stuff. That's fine. But if the linebacker position really is suffering, once you really think about it, Francis Bernard, who is another special teams guy. These are the guys that we pretty much live with, unless, of course, they do exactly the opposite of what I'm saying. I don't see him signing LVE. I don't see him signing Neal again. I don't see it. That's just me, okay? And the price they're talking about trading D-Law, which leads to now the all caps problem of Michael Parsons. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. I saw something. Parsons exceeded expectations. Okay, no doubt about that. He exceeded expectations. Nobody saw a first-team All-Pro year this year. Everybody saw Defensive Rookie of the Year, which he was. Everybody saw that, but nobody saw an All-Pro season in his first year. First-team All-Pro. Nobody saw that. Some folks said, okay, he's going to be a Pro Bowler. Some folks saw that, some folks didn't. But All-Pro in his first year, nobody saw that. Here's the problem with Michael Parsons, y'all. According to Pro Football Focus, listen to this. He had an 88.5 grade that was first among linebackers in the whole league. He's number one for the grade for being a linebacker. And then he was also first in the whole NFL with a 93.0 pass rush grade. That was also number one. Y'all hear what I just said? He was the number one graded linebacker in the league. That means over Darius Leonard. That means over all these, the user guys, Fred Warner, Bobby Wagner. It was Michael Parsons, number one. Then he was number one as a pass rush grade in the whole league. That's over T.J. Watt. That's over Aaron Donald. Whoever name you want to throw up, Michael Parsons is good standing up as a linebacker. Then he's also pretty good, and he's a baby and on the line. He is a line on the line rushing. He ain't learned moves yet. He just raw ability. And he was graded number one. Here's the problem now with the Dallas Cowboys. They were not expecting Michael Parsons to be what he was last year. They knew he was going to make an impact, but they weren't expecting the kind of year that he had. And because he is dominant on the line rushing, now we got another whole problem. You know what that problem is? It's in the persons of DeMarcus Lawrence and Randy Gregory. We ain't keeping both of them. Somebody leaving, if not both. I hope it don't happen, but look. So here's the problem. If you let one of them go, you think you already got the answer. And Michael Parsons moving down, which most people think you ought to put him there anyway. I mean, Dorrance Armstrong is Dorrance Armstrong. I forgive me for not knowing. I didn't check that one out. But is Dorrance Armstrong still a free agent? And if he is he a free agent or is he still with us? I mean, I'm serious. If Dorrance Armstrong is not there, Michael Parsons may have to move down. This joker position that we have. Look, if you're talking about cutting D-Law, where's Michael Parsons going to go next year? Number one in pass rush grade. Number one at linebacker. It's a problem, y'all. What if a team throws Randy Gregory $14, $15 million a year? Kind of the way that they did with Robert Quinn. You see what I'm saying? When Robert Quinn played with us, we just couldn't afford him because Chicago offered him a whole bunch of money. And I don't blame Robert Quinn for leaving. He left. Okay? So when he left, when he left, that left us a little gap there. Rand, of course, came in, and all that kind of stuff. But what if he leaves? And if Michael Parsons moves down, so you got to, you can't, if he's number one in pass rush, and some of that came from the linebacker position, I get that. But a lot of that came also from him being on the line, on the edge. Okay, if you're not going to keep him at linebacker 24/7, and depending on who you got at depth, That's the only way you can really go at, put him on the line and let him go hunt the quarterback. Michael Parsons actually has become a problem for us. It just depends on how you look at it. It's a good way, in a good way, and depending on what they do with D-Law and Parsons, D-Law and Gregory, this could become a serious problem. Look, let's get one thing established real quick. We're not good at linebackers now. We're not. That is the spot on our defense that's going to need some work. And, presently speaking, I'm fully anticipating LVE not to be there next year. I'm fully anticipating Neal not to be there. And I'm fully anticipating them not to say, okay, Luke Gifford, here's the keys. You're our starter now. I don't see that. I don't see that. Hey, Francis Bernard, hey, you're our starter now. That's not what I see. That's not what I see. I don't. Shane says about Randy Gregg, he should get Jerry Jones a discount. Remember, the Cowboys didn't cut him when he got in trouble with the failed drug test. Let me tell you something, Shane. I can name about 5 players off the top of my head that something supposed to have happened and they didn't do it. It's business now. Randy Gregory has never had that contract. The contract. He's never had the contract. And if Jerry is offering him $7 to $8 million a year, and that's their extent, and then that type of talent that he has, please understand, some team is going to overpay for Randy Gregory. No doubt about it. No doubt. And when I say overpay, I'm just throwing out a number. The Cowboys offer him between $7 and $8 million, fine. But then you got somebody like the Jets or the Jacksonville Jaguars that will offer him 13 to 14. What you gonna do? Come on now. He's never had that type of contract where you get paid double-digit $1 million a year. And you can't blame him because he's already played for 7 years. Of course, he didn't play. But he ain't got too many more years left. And he got to go on and make as much as he can before he retires. And he's still young. I get it. But I'm just saying it's nothing like your first real contract where a team don't care nothing about your past. They ain't going to hold it against you at all. They just going to say, we know who you are. We know what you can do. And we going to pay you handsomely for it. Come on, ride with us. And Dallas going to be sitting there talking about, hey, man, we've been loyal to you. Will you please be loyal to us? Man, Randy Gregory ain't going to want to hear that. You can't blame him. Go where the money going to be. I understand. You're right, Shane. Hey, you're absolutely correct. The Cowboys have been loyal to him, no doubt. They held on to him. They didn't cut him. All that is true. But such word is called unloyalty, and I really don't think it's really being unloyal. It's called business. You got a chance to make $14 million, and this other team is offering you $7 million. What you gonna do? I can line 10 of y'all up right here. And I promise you, 9 of y'all gonna say I'm going with the $14 million. If not all 10 of them. I can't blame him. I don't want to lose Randy Gregory. But Randy Gregory has put himself in a position. And you could argue and say, well, the Cowboys have put him in that position by not cutting him. That could be 100% true. But because they didn't cut him, and because he still can play, he has earned the right to make his own decision. That's what the problem is. One of them is not going to be here. One of them, let me put it this way. Both of them, when I say both of them, D-Law and Randy Gregory will not be in uniform next year. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Okay? We can let that go. One of them possibly will be. I can't see both of them. It costs too much. You got to cut D-Law's money, and they got to go ask him to take a pay cut. It's not going to happen. I don't know if they can restructure his deal. I would think that they could. I would think so. I hope so. But Randy Gregory or D-Law both won't be here next year. It's just no question about it. Randy has a chance to make his own decision. And the price you say $14 million, but how many years, how much signing bonus? Well, in that case, Anthony, I think that you have to give him, to make cap work, you would have to give him a whole lot of that up top in a signing bonus, and maybe make his deal, whatever. If you give Randy, I just believe if you give Randy his money up front, he don't care nothing about making $2-3 million base a year. Just gonna have to give him that big check, which leads to another whole question itself, Anthony. And I hate to say it, but let's just be honest. If you give Randy Gregory that type of money, and you know about his past, are you really gonna give him that type of money up front? Yeah. See, this is where all that loyalty for the past, his drug use, comes into play now. You may not want to give him, let's just say, $11 million signing bonus, and then for the next 3 years pay him $2 million a year. And keep in mind of this, Anthony, there are reports that said later in the year that Randy Gregory was late for meetings consistently. He was late for pregame. I mean, I ain't saying what he was doing, but I'm saying you lose trust with the organization, stuff like this. That's all I'm saying. So even on that, Anthony, you got to be real careful who you give these gigantic signing bonuses to. I'm just saying. It's just the truth. It's almost equivalent of, forgive me if this is not a good analogy, but it's almost like telling a recovering alcoholic and say, here's your new job, you're the cashier at a liquor store. Sometimes you can't. We all know what Randy Gregory likes. We all know the rules change. That doesn't mean that he didn't stop. That's the part. See, it's just no testing there. Randy Gregory has loved marijuana since he was at Missouri. He got in trouble every year. He came to the combine and tested positive. Y'all remember that? Randy Gregory's been in trouble every year when it came to marijuana. I'm just spitting facts, y'all. I ain't hating. I'm just spitting facts. He's been in trouble every year prior to them changing the rules for marijuana. They changed the rules, so there's no sense of talking about marijuana now because everybody can light it up now. Everybody can light it up. There ain't no testing, so they can light up. So the question becomes, do you really think Randy Gregory went cold turkey on marijuana? Well, I'm just saying, y'all, I'm not hating. I love him as a football player. I just don't know if I can give him a $12 million signing bonus. Joe says, do I think other teams will give him a big contract and steer in his past? Sure, yeah. That type of talent? Yes, sir, Joe. Yeah, they'll give it to him. Yeah, they'll give it to him. these young teams who really trying to get at least to the next level and be competitive, sure, yeah, they'll get Randy Gregory there. They will give it to him easily. Yes. Joe said Gregory, he can light one up in the huddle. See, I'm just saying, it's just the truth. Shane says going back to linebackers, I think we would draft one. I was wondering if this draft class has some surprising linebackers in it. They got some good, solid guys. They got the kid from Georgia who gets all the publicity. There's some good linebackers in, but again, you trusting a rookie linebacker, that's if the, what I said is true. If LVE is not signed, if Neal is not there, I'm not saying it can't happen. And if Jabril Cox comes back, which he should be recovered from his ACL injury, but it'll really be like a rookie year for him because he really didn't play that many games, and he definitely didn't play, a whole lot from the linebacker position. So it'd be like a rookie year for him all over again. So if you draft a linebacker, are you drafting them to be a day one starter, or are we drafting them for depth? I believe we are going to draft some, obviously, for depth. And I'm talking about starters now. Of course, this is not considered, to be honest with you, Shane, and everybody else, I hope that Stephen Jones one day surprises by going after a guy that's going to be an impact player immediately. Like, we're signing this free agent. He's going to start day one. That just don't happen with us. I'm hoping that this would be the case. And maybe desperation will make that happen, because if LVE, I'm going to say it again, when you look at the depth of our linebacker position, we really ain't smooth right now. We ain't got him a one shining star, and that's Michael. But after that, I don't think we really don't have nobody signed. Let's just be honest, other than Jabril Cox. I mean, Luke Gilford and Francis Bernard, but I'm saying you ain't excited if Luke Gilford and Francis Bernard are starting next year. You're not excited. You're not excited. I'm not saying they can't play, but I'm saying they've been on the team this long. They'll go sign guys like Keanu O'Neal before they put them in the starting lineup. So something is lacking there. That's just common sense to me. Luke Gilbert's been on his team for a while. Francis Bernard been on his team for a while. The answer has always been go get a day four free agent. I'm just telling you. So I just don't see it. I believe we are going to draft without a doubt. Shane said, do you think the Cowboys will sign LVE back to maybe a 1-2 year contract for $5 million? I think LVE think he can get more money somewhere else, though, Shane. And I believe he will be absolutely correct on that too. As young as he is, he's been an all-pro. He has been a all-pro. His rookie year, he was an all-pro. So that is still there. And as young as he is, he's just been injury-prone. That's the only thing with LVE. But he's young. He's been an all-pro, which means he could play. And somebody will pay for that. Cowboys might not, but somebody will pay for that. Jared Turner, Taylor has picks 15, 16, and 19. They had the worst linebackers in the league. Get Dean off your mind. Think O-line and definitely quarterback. Yeah, Dean is a guy that we would like, but I don't even think he'll be there. I know he won't be there when we're there. I wouldn't be surprised, Terry, if he's not there. If he's not there by 15, I'm serious. He's gaining steam from what I also heard. So I don't, and then the Cowboys certainly wouldn't trade away everything to move up to go get him. I mean, the price that you have to pay from picking at 20, 20. What are we picking? 24th, I believe. The price that you would pay at 24 to jump up to maybe about 15 would be astronomical. And the Cowboys are not doing it because they believe in the draft so much. We draft and develop our guys. They ain't giving up nothing. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna happen. Joe says Von Miller is a free agent. We should go after him. Can you imagine him and Von and linebacker? That would be nice. He'd be coming somewhat close to home. And Von probably would not cost as much. Coming off a Super Bowl victory where he looked like he walked through the time machine and played like Von Miller did 5, 6, 7 years ago. I like that. Von gonna be in high demand. Plus Von, see a guy like him, Joe, the reputation amongst players are, all you gotta do is listen to him. Dallas is not a place where you want to come as a free agent. I think it was Julio Jones that said it last year when the little rumor came out about where he was going to go when he left Atlanta. Of course, he signed with Tennessee. And it came out, and if you remember, on Undisputed, Shannon Sharp called Julio Jones on air, live, and asked him about, man, you ain't going to Dallas, because Skip Bayless really thought that Julio might come to Dallas. And he called him right there. He said, man, I'm not coming. No, I don't want to go to Dallas. I want to win. That's what he said. He said, I don't want to go to Dallas. I want to win, which the implication is, if you want to win, don't go to Dallas. Now, why is that the case? Yeah. That's about 9,000 different explanations in it. But you don't see free agents wanting to sign here. Partly because Stephen Jones ain't going to offer them no money. That's number one. It is free agents. If you wanted to come to Dallas, look, Steve, I notice I'm not saying Jerry. It's Stephen. Stephen Jones not offering no money. Karam said, is LV reminding you of Sean Lee? He's on the track. Yes. Yeah. See, here's the thing. In fairness to LVE, it's not his fault. Whenever you have surgery on your neck, it's a downhill slide from there. For real. You can't, it just, he just neck issues, stinger issues. He has a problem with his neck. That's not gonna get better. I don't care how much weight you live on your neck. Once you have had the type of surgery he had on his neck, and that's what you use as a linebacker. You got to go hit somebody, which means you are using your neck. And he just can't stay healthy, which is another reason why I don't think we're going to sign him. So we got to stop signing all these injury-prone guys. We got to stop that. Von Miller was hurt as well. He's just getting older. See what I'm saying? He's just older, and that's what you expect from older players. Their bodies just start breaking down. And even though Von is gifted, no doubt about it, first ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt about that, but he's older, and your body just won't work no more. It only works about, kind of like the Rams Super Bowl run. If you give Von a good 4-game stretch, he can do that. But for the whole season, oh no. If you go down Von's last 3 to 4 seasons, you'll see that he ain't played much. You'll see that he's been hurt. It is what it is. So, man, just all depends on how you look at it. We have got to find depth quickly. We have got to find depth quickly from the linebacker position. That's just my opinion. I believe Micah Parsons, they may be forced if we can sign a dog and a pass rusher and keep either D-Law or Randy Gregory, whichever one you want to keep, that's fine with me. But you're going to have to do something to keep Michael Parsons effective as he is. So you got to have two edge rushers if you're going to have Michael Parsons as a linebacker. I don't need just a guy there. I need a guy that's going to cause damage from both sides. Law and Randy Gregory can cause damage. I don't need one good D-Law or one good Randy Gregory and then the other guy's mediocre. That's not good. That means that they believe one guy can take care of that other little guy on the other side, and then they can focus their attention on Michael from the linebacker position. The reason why Michael Parsons worked pretty well is because he's a great player, no doubt about that. And great players just gonna make great plays. But also the fact that you had Randy Gregory and D-Law out there at the same time, that helped Michael Parsons be Michael Parsons. So I gotta have a dog out there. That's all I'm saying. And no, I'm not confident in Stephen Jones. Shane, what is my top priority in the draft? O-line or linebacker? If it's at left guard, Shane, if I got a left guard there at 24 who is coming in as a day one starter, I'm taking the left guard. So there's no sense in nobody talking about left tackle because you'll be drafting somebody in the first round that's going to ride the pitch. Why? Because the Cowboys are loyal to Tyron Smith. If that's what y'all thinking. If we draft a first round left tackle, if Tyron Smith say he's not retiring, the Cowboys are not fixing to put Tyron Smith on the bench. And I'll even throw in this. That also applies to Lyle Collins also. And some of y'all gonna say, well. Terrence Steele would be your right tackle if Lyle Collins is not. So tackle position ain't, worth talking about. We still don't know what Josh Ball look like. But as far as a tackle goes, I'm just talking about tackle. I'm not drafting nobody in the first round for them to sit on the bench the whole year. Here come Mitch talking about the Eagles. Hey, Mitch, I appreciate you. I'm not drafting a first round guy, an offensive tackle, so he can ride the bench. That's what will happen if you draft left tackle. He's not starting. As long as Tyron Smith is there. Oh, that's, okay, we drafted a first round talent to sit the bench. So, again, to answer your question, Shane, if it's left guard, then we talking. I would draft the left guard first round. I would. And there are some guys that are there that are first round grade, the left guard. But Connor Williams got to go. I mean, look, I'm going to be so upset. Look, if Connor Williams some kind of way is on this team next year, look, I'm just going to sit back. I'm going to wear my Cowboy gear. But I'm not saying absolutely nothing. They will not run my blood pressure. If there's a couple guys that's on this team, that if they're on this team next year after, I'm not going to get emotionally involved. I'm going to watch every game, but I'm just going to sit there. I'm just going to be quiet. Because I already know what's going to happen. If I see Connor Williams on this team next year, I'm going to have a problem. Okay? I'm going to have a real problem. If I see LVE on this team and he can play, you know how the Cowboys are with these injured guys. I wouldn't be surprised to go ahead and sign LVE. Let me throw that in. I wouldn't be mad, but I would be like, okay, you signed the LVE, but you know he ain't going to play but probably, 6 games next year? Because you know he's going to be hurt. You know that. See, some guys on our team, it's not a matter of if. It's when they get hurt. Tyron Smith, it's not a matter of if he's going to get hurt. It's when he's going to get hurt. It happens every year. LVE, it's not a matter of if. It's when. And I'm tired of signing these guys who come with Band-Aids on them. You see what I'm saying? When some guys sign their contract or you bring them back, you might as well have an ambulance outside the door waiting on them because they're going to go in. Yeah. Yeah, they're fragile. Those couple of them guys I just named. Do I think Dalton Schultz is staying, Anthony Price? No. The reason why is because Dalton Schultz is a good tight end. He's a real good tight end. Borderline Pro Bowl tight end. That's what he is. And there's going to be a team that is going to overpay for Dalton Schultz. And so then it becomes a matter of, does he want to stay in Dallas or do you want to go for the money? You got some guys that, hey, you don't know, you're not guaranteed X amount of years in the NFL. And you got to make as much money as you can because these guys are not working jobs. They're not going to apply for jobs like you and I do. They got to make as much money as they can that's going to last them for the next 40 to 50 years of their life. So you can't blame these guys for wanting to go to greener pastures, and literally, I mean greener pastures, no matter the team. You get the Cowboys, I'm just throwing a number out, Dalton Schultz, let's just say you pay $7 million for him. You'll get a team that's just on the come up or trying to really build, somebody like the Jets maybe, and somebody will give Dalton Schultz $9 to $10 million a year. What you think he's gonna do? Seriously, what you think? I mean, come on now. I just think it's not because I guess I'm gauging Anthony Price. I'm gauging the greed. I don't even really think it's greed. What's up, my brother? I see my brother and popped in, Gary. I just don't see. We can't be judging these guys like Randy Gregory and Dalton Schultz off the Cowboy way. These guys are going to get offered contracts that teams will overpay for them. They will get it. Dalton Schultz is going to get a team that's going to be willing to overpay. And what we're hoping for Cowboy land, at least some of you guys are hoping that everybody will be loyal to the Cowboys. Man, these guys gotta make money. So to answer your question, and as much as they love Blake Jarwin, that's another guy. It's not a matter of if he's gonna get hurt, it's when. Blake Jarwin can't stay on the field either. So they really already think that Blake Jarwin is better than Schultz as it is. They believe that. So they already think they got the answer for Schultz. So I wouldn't be surprised if Schultz leaves. And that's just my opinion. Now, in that, they might go draft a tight end or sign, of course, a cheap tight end, like we have. That's how they got, the big guy from Washington who blocks well. You got McKeon there, if I'm not mistaken. See what I'm saying? So they already got tight ends. They'll let Schultz walk. It's just my opinion. And I can't blame Schultz for going to get some more money. Now, I want to go back to what Shane asked about draft. Do we draft O-line or go linebacker? And to catch everybody up for those that are just Penny Roy said we need a tight end like James Hanna. Hanna was a solid player. Shane said, sprinkle. Exactly. Bishop, this is what I don't understand. Stephen Jones doesn't like to spend money in free agents and we draft players. Why are we always against the cap every year? Because they don't know, they as much of it as a capologist as everybody keeps saying Stephen is, he doesn't obviously know all the loopholes that everybody else seems to know. Because we're not really against cap. You just got to restructure deals. They haven't touched Amari Cooper's contract at all. Y'all know that? Would they have not touched it? I mean, Amari Cooper's making $20 million a year. They have it in his contract that they can go tinker around with it and flex it out and all that kind of stuff, like they're gonna do Dak coming up to free up money. They're gonna do Dak's contract coming up to give him, he's getting his same money, but it's just gonna be given in a different type of way. They had the same opportunity to do that with Cooper. They ain't done nothing. So they got guys on there. They got Zeke Elliott. They can tinker around with his contract. All of them. Smith, Zach Martin, they can do all this. They can find a way to get it under them. It's just that Stephen Jones is one of these by the book salary cap type guys. Got to be perfect, and all that kind of stuff. Come on, man. Let me get back before y'all give me upset with it. The question was that, and I say it again, if it comes down to it, if you're telling me that I'm getting a left guard out of the draft at 24, then I'm picking that left guard. But if it's not him, to those that have come in late, let me tell you something, man. Our linebacker position ain't looking good. It's not. That is going to be the weak link of our defense next year. If something don't happen real quick, and my basis of my thinking is solely off of, I don't think we're signing LBE. I don't think we're signing Keanu O'Neal. And then Jabril Cox is coming off of ACL, and he didn't play a lot of games last year. So essentially, next year would be a rookie year for him. When he did play, Jabril Cox was primarily on special teams. He did get in some linebacker, spots in games, but he was not in the game primarily solely as a linebacker. He got a lot of his time special teams. So if you put him as a starter next year, which is what I think is going to happen, he's essentially a rookie. The only guy we got signed is Michael Parsons. Luke Gilford is not a starter. Been on the team a while. Still can't find a way to become a starter. There's a reason why he's not a starter. Nobody ain't going to say it, but you got to use your common sense. They'll go get Keanu O'Neal, a guy that came off an Achilles injury. Sign him off the street. Won't even give Gilbert a chance. Francis Bernard is another one. They won't give him a chance to start. There's a reason why. Maybe they're not good enough. So when you add all that in, look at your depth chart for linebacker next year. Think about that. Look at your linebacker depth chart next year. And you tell me what we need to draft. Or you tell me where free agency needs to go. You got to go to linebacker. And the Price, you don't think your backfield is a key problem. Are you talking about Anthony Price? Are you talking about corners, safeties, or are you talking about running backs? Which one are you talking about before I answer your question? Let me know which one it is. I can answer both, but I just want to be specific. Our linebacker depth chart, ladies and gentlemen, is not good. It's not. Safety. Anthony says, I'm fully anticipating us to sign Curse back. I'm anticipating that. I think Curse will be signed next year. All right, Wendy, good. See you back. I believe that Curse will be signed. Free safety, I think that you got to keep in mind, I'm not sure KZ. See, Donovan Wilson play both. I would love to have Curse and Donovan Wilson as my safety. I ain't really worried about KZ. I don't think, Malik Hooker, I don't think we're going to, I don't have no problem with him. I would love to have him, but I just don't think we're gonna sign him. You know, if you tell me Curse and Hook are my safeties, I can roll with that. But again, Hook is a person that you just can't trust stay on the field either. I guess Donovan Wilson slightly falls to that category as well. I think we're all right, safety-wise, if we sign Curse. If we sign Curse, then we're good. Yeah. Marcus May. I would love to have Marcus May. Gary says there's a rumor out that Marcus May can be signed. So if that's the case, then I agree with him 100%. Hook and KZ would be gone. See, safety is not bad, only if we sign Curse. If we don't sign Curse, then we back at square one when it comes to safety position, where then you might be talking about drafting the safety, which we never do, I mean. But because there's some pretty good safeties in the draft, without a doubt. Kid from Penn State is there. He's good. Just off the top of my head, somebody else I'm thinking about. That's good as well. I can't think of it real quick. It's in my head. But anyway, it just depends. If we sign Curse, we're gonna be all right. I got a problem with our linebacker. I really see a problem. And Michael Parsons is a gigantic piece of that problem. Because, see, if we don't sign, I'm repeating myself, but I'm trying to get y'all to see something. If we don't sign, well, I don't anticipate us keeping D-Law and Greg. I don't anticipate. Pick whichever one you want to keep. I don't care. If that is the case, and Michael Parsons has a number one pass rush grade from Pro Football Focus, number one in the league, Michael Parsons is going to have to go down. I'm not saying he's not going to have to be primarily there, but he's definitely going to be on the edge a whole lot. He is. He's going to have to be if you don't sign both of them. So you got to move him down. So if you move him down, okay, where your linebacker? Where your linebackers at? When he goes down on the line, who's your guy? You trusting Jabril Cox in a nickel defense to be your main linebacker? There he is, dude. That's what I'm thinking about. There it is. It's Hamilton from Notre Dame, Kyle Hamilton, a true dog. He's there as a safety. Would love to have him. Would love to have him. Brister or Kyle Hamilton would be an immediate improvement in our defense as a day one starter. Kyle Hamilton or Brister from Penn State. I would take both of them. So let me go back. I'm saying I don't believe, I think most of you probably would agree, as bad as most of us hate to say it or admit it, we're not going to be able to keep D-Law and Greg. One of them is gone. I don't care which one it is. Once one of them leaves, Michael Parsons is going to have to spend more time on the edge. Okay? When that happens, who is your linebacker? See, Michael Parsons is a quote unquote problem and a all caps problem at the same time. And it ain't his fault because he's that good. But if he has to go down to the line, who is your linebacker? If it's Jabril Cox, he's a rookie. Well, he's not a rookie technically, but he didn't play enough to really gain the experience from the linebacker position where you trust him to be there and handle all of that. Wendy, to be honest with you, when she says, who do I want? I just want some depth. I want some depth. That's what I need some. See, last year we came in pretty good with LVE. You know, Neil is experienced. Of course, Michael was there as a young guy. That's a pretty, solid group. If LVE is not with us next year and Neil is not with us next year, the solid is gone. We're not solid anymore. We're almost down the square. If you tell me that Luke Gifford and Francis Bernard, Jabril Cox, and Michael Parsons are my linebackers, I'm not happy about that. I'm not excited about that. I'm going to automatically say the linebacker position is the weak link of the Dallas Cowboy defense. If you tell me that what my linebackers are. So, I don't know. At 24, though, Wendy, since we're drafting them, I'm just like Gary. You're going to have to go best player available at that point, which has always been the rule anyway. You never draft for need, but at 24, you probably are going to have to make a little decision on that, because depending on where we're drafted in the second round, these other guys not going to be there. So if I can get a day one left guard starter, day one, a left guard, I'll take it. If you tell me that I can get and you may not have a choice, I'm just sitting there thinking it's a need, and it might be as well as best player available as well. If I got a linebacker there that's worth talking about, then I'd have no problem drafting a linebacker in the first round. Terry Turner says draft edge rushers like Michael and let Michael freelance a spot pass rush. I agree with that. I agree. Because you're going to have to, if you want to keep Michael effective like he was, you are going to have to draft, you're going to have to get a pass rusher, whether that's through free agency or through the draft, to line up with whoever's left between D-Law and Randy Gregory. Whoever's left, the other side needs to be an effective pass rusher just to keep Michael as kind of like a chess piece. A queen on a chess board. You got to keep him floating to keep him effective as he was, which is only going to get better because he knows the game a little bit better. Andy Price said if the Cowboys want a linebacker, they might have to trade up to get a day one starter. Well, depending on how far you're talking about trading up. If everybody's talking about Dean won't be there at 24. So I'm not even thinking about it. That's what everybody would love to have. But I can't see that happen. Joe said if you sign Von Miller, then you move Parsons around. Yeah, you could, but Von is injury prone. So, Wendy says Jerry Grant Jones' grandson from there, a quarterback. He plays at Arkansas. We got a few years before that come up though, about his grandson. I don't even want to talk about that because you know they're gonna draft him. So, hey, it is what it is. But I'm in agreement with my brother Gary Bryant, who said the best player available. But I just don't want to be drafting guys who gonna sit the bench all year. Like everybody talking about it's time to get another left tackle. Well, if you draft one, he ain't gonna play. Not as long as Tyron Smith is healthy, which is, a matter of time where he won't be. See, we still got questions on the offensive line that we don't know yet, like Josh Ball, who plays tackle, Terrence Steele, who should have been started. Anyway, Terrence Steele should have been started at right tackle. My dream didn't happen last year. I wanted Lyle Collins to move back to left guard where he's played before and let Terrence Steele play right tackle. We would have been good. We just don't know what Ball has because he was injured. And the reputation on him was he was a dog. I mean, he's a mauler. Attitude plus. We don't know. So we still got McGovern. We still got Connor McGovern, who I feel is going to get better and better every year. We still got, so everybody forgot about Connor. Connor may get stronger. Just as long as Connor Williams is not on the team. That's all I don't want. I don't look. I deal with the problem. Just get rid of Connor Williams first. Get rid of him, and the battleground becomes now between McGovern, maybe Lyle Collins moving to guard, or draft. See, we got some of these answers that's already on the team, to be honest with you. Some of these guys are already ready. Terrence Steele is a starter. Terrence Steele is a starter. He needs to be at right tackle. Next year, yes, he does. Somebody said, what about Lyle Collins? I'm going to say it one more time. Terrence Steele needs to be starting at right tackle. Put Lyle Collins at left guard. And I'll take my chances after that. Yeah. That's what I want. I take my chances with that. Yeah. That's how you get your running game going. You get guys who maul people. That's how you answer that. Terrence Steele maul people at the right tackle position. You don't believe me? Go pull up his tape. Just watch it. I ain't got to prove it to you. You put Lyle Collins at left guard. There's tape on him at left guard. Go watch and see how he brutalized people. Just go check it out. The only question mark then becomes the center position. And I believe Tyler is going to get better every year. Yeah, I was a Slater fan too. So how that worked out because we're too loyal to people. You want to be loyal to Lyle Collins, and because because he's the enforcer on the line. Enforce him on down. He still be the enforcer. Just enforce him on down to left guard. He still can be the enforcer. Yeah. But you too loyal. We're going to make it work. You got Terrence Steele riding the bench. What? Look, I thought you supposed to put your best five out there. That's what I thought. Terrence Steele was one of our best five. He wasn't there. He was on the bench. See, Cal, that's See? Until we get past this loyalty to people and picks and contracts, just because you paying this guy this amount of money, it's kind of like Ezekiel Elliott. You were loyal because you paid him $90 million and he's a $90 million running back. We don't care if he got a half knee out there. He got to play. When you had Tony Pollard, the person that supposed to got the ball, because Ezekiel Elliott was injured. That's the guy that was supposed to get the ball, and Tony Pollard, but you were loyal to him, Ezekiel Elliott. Terry Turner said, average Prescott needs some competition ASAP. Not going to happen, Terry. Because that was the language that was put out about Romo as well. It never brought nobody in to challenge Romo. Romo was throwing picks, picks that make your heart race. They never did it. And they never will do it to Dak. They done paid Dak. There won't be no competition with Dak. They paid him. So we can get that out the way. They paid him. There's no competition. There's no threat to Dak Prescott for the next 5 to 6, 7 years. There will be no competition there. They paid him like he was the man, and they are not going to bring any type of threat to him. That's not going to happen. Wendy said Dak earned it. That is true. He did earn it. He did earn his contract. Him getting hurt was a blessing for him. Crazy as that may sound. When Dak got hurt, that was the blessing for him because he didn't have to say anything. He didn't have to do anything. The team played without him, and we were trash without him. With him, we know we got a shot. That was the, as crazy as it may sound, him busting up his ankle was the best thing to happen to him. It led him straight to the negotiation table, and the Cowboys knew when they walked in with him sitting there at the negotiation table with his agent, they knew they didn't have nothing to stand on. They know that they needed him. They knew it. They didn't have no choice. Dak didn't have to say nothing. Really didn't have to say anything. They had to pay him. So they're not bringing nobody in to challenge him. Shane said, do you think with Dan Quinn back, maybe he has Jerry's ear, he could bring in the players he wants? Without a doubt, Shane, because he brought in the players that he wanted last year. He brought in the players that he wanted last year. Ken O'Neal was a Dan Quinn guy from Atlanta. KZ was a guy from Atlanta. He brought in Curse. He already knew those three guys, so obviously they already gave him the green light on guys, at least from free agency. They got those guys. Now you get a point where you get to draft. He gets, the type of guys that he wants drafted. He'll have obviously more input on that. So, yeah, I know he has that here. He proved that last year. And see, Shane, here's my opinion, and for those that are here listening, I appreciate everybody that's listening, by the way. And I'm going to open up the phone lines in just a second. I'm going to go ahead and open that up. But I'm tired of talking. I want to hear what you guys got to say. I'm reading some of your comments. Let me tell you something. Dan Quinn, because I don't have no faith in Kellen Moore. Okay? I don't have no faith in Kellen Moore. I believe that our defense is going to have to be dominant next year. Y'all hear what I just said? Because our offense is too, as much as they score, and that's depending on how you look at it. They scored against all the bad teams, and then they have to scrape against the good teams. So I believe that the defense is more dominant, as crazy as it may sound, than the offense. They showed you that last year. And I believe that the defense is going to have to even take it up another notch to keep our guys where the offense can keep up. I believe that. And so I believe that we need to make this defense as most, we're dominant in some position. But I think you need to strengthen your strength. You need to strengthen your strength. We're dominant in the cornerback position. I got an all-pro, first-team all-pro Diggs. I got a first-team all-pro and Michael Parsons. I got two of last year we had two premier pass rushers. I don't think we're gonna keep them all, but that's how you make dominance. That's how you make your defense dominant. You add to your strength. I would love to have Leonard Davis from Georgia, a guy like that, a plugger up the middle who's dominant and nasty and mean. I would love to have a defensive tackle to go with Olsen. You know, day one starter. That's who I would love to have that. We get better right then. I want to make this defense dominant. The offense, you know, it is what it is. And as long as Kellen Moore don't know how to properly drive the car, we'll still be saying the same things about Kellen Moore that we've been saying for the last 3 years. I'm already got my speeches ready. You know, why didn't he run the ball? Why did Zeke Elliott only get the ball 7 times this game? Why did Tony Pollard only get the ball 3 times this game? Why did Dak Prescott throw the ball 43 times? Why did Kellen Moore give up on the running game in the first quarter? I'm already ready for next year already. Because it's the same thing every year. I'm already ready for Kellen Moore because I know it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. And I know it is. I know Dak is, I mean, why, you know, the wild card, you know, Amari Cooper. You know, if Cooper is here, and it sure ain't looking that way either, which really lets me know the defense needs to be dominant because Dak Prescott needs everything around him to be better. He is not. I said earlier he deserved his money. He did. He deserved his money, but he is not one of those type of quarterbacks. Now y'all, I guess y'all finna get mad at me now. He is not. He's not a guy that you get a ball in his hand and say, fix it. There are a few guys in the league that can do that. That you can put the team on your back and go. Dak is not that guy. Matter of fact, here's the stat on Dak. I think the record is what, 27-0 when the Cowboys run for over 100 yards again. When the Cowboys run the ball for over 100 yards, Dak Prescott, I think it's 27-0. I think that's the stat. He ain't lost the game. Put it in there. It tells you what we need to do. That's obvious. And him throwing the ball 40 times, like he's the second coming of Dan Marino, is not the answer. Even with the great receivers we have, it is not the answer. He's not that dude. He's not. And as soon as everybody start telling the truth about that, instead of saying, you know, everybody want to defend him, he is not that dude. You give Dak the ball in the fourth quarter with 1:50 to go, you're hoping that Dak can pull it off. And he has in some instances. But you're hoping. You're not for sure. But if you give Brady the ball with 1:59, you give Rodgers the ball with 1:59, you're scared. Because you know what they're going to do. That's the difference. It ain't no but a couple of them. I mean, it's a lot of good quarterbacks. You know, as much as y'all love Joe Burrow, I don't know what he gonna do with 1:50 left. I don't know. I don't give that moniker to him. Everybody loves Joe Burrow, but in 1:50, I don't know he gonna do what Brady and Rodgers gonna do all the time. I don't know. Y'all love Justin Herbert. I don't know what Herbert gonna do. I ain't for sure. Josh Allen is convincing me. Sterling Mahomes is one of those guys that you in trouble. You won't even celebrate a touchdown. If you scored a touchdown and you went up 3, and you went up 3 points, and you just scored a touchdown and you playing against the Chiefs. See, now, if you playing against Jacksonville, you're celebrating the touchdown. Y'all, you know, you doing that dance, and, you know, you doing all that kind of stuff. Because, you know, Trevor Lawrence ain't going to do nothing to you. It's 40 seconds, you know, it's 45 seconds ago. You already getting, your post-game interviews ready. How great y'all are and all that. But see, if you leave 45 seconds to 50 seconds with Brady and Rodgers back there, you ain't celebrating. You're scared. Yeah. Dak ain't on that level. A lot of people think he is. He's not. I ain't say he wasn't good now. I didn't say he's not. He's a good quarterback. He is. Dak is a good quarterback. And I even carry further. He's good, and I've said this many times before. He is good with some elite moments because he does have a lot of comeback wins. He's had some elite moments, but he's just good. He's not elite. Well, y'all don't like that. Y'all need to tell the truth. Nah, I'm sorry. And so when you take an Amari Cooper away from him, Dak doesn't become better. Since everybody believes that Cooper is leaving and the Cowboys seem to be getting ready to cut him, guess what? Dak doesn't become better from taking away Amari Cooper. No, he needs Amari Cooper. He needs Lamb. Look, I even carry further. You talking about taking away Dalton Schultz. Taking away Dalton Schultz doesn't make Dak better. I don't care nothing about Blake Jarwin and all that. You take away Dak Prescott's weapons, he is not the same guy. Do y'all remember a couple years ago, before we traded and got Amari Cooper with this receiver by committee? Do y'all remember how horrible that was? Do y'all remember that? They take away Amari Cooper and think Dak gonna be better? No. And for those thinking CeeDee Lamb is the answer at number one, I ain't sure CeeDee Lamb ready to be a number one receiver. I don't know that. I ain't seen it. I don't know if he's ready to be a number one receiver. I don't know. I see you, Wendy, talking about Boss Cowboy. Y'all know my boy, my good friend who's been on the show. Boss Cowboy, he put out a video on the show talking about how he can improve in 2022. Look, sooner or later, we got to stop saying every year, how can he improve? And he just got to get to that level. That's why they paying him like that. There's an expectation that he needs to be on a level. And in fairness to Dak, he has gotten better every single year that he's been in this league. I ain't saying he's horrible. I'm not saying he's trash. He's gotten better every year. He has. He just ain't that guy. He's just not that guy. I've seen enough, and I know what he's capable of. And I've seen him. That is the type of guy he needs guys around him. He does. Taking away Cooper is going to be a bad decision. And if you're talking about signing and re-signing Gallup, how I know Gallup going to be ready? I mean, come on, man. He tore his ACL and his MCL. I mean, come on. He is not going, even if his knee is right, he's not going to test it in preseason. He's going to be limited in practice, even if he is ready. He's not going to play preseason. If he plays, it's going to be the first game of the year. And hello, I mean, like, I don't know what Michael Gallup is going to be, even if we re-sign him, like a lot of people think we are. Come on now. I don't know if we re-sign Cedric Wilson. Cedric Wilson is a free agent. I don't know. Like, you can't take away these weapons from that and then think he's going to be the same. And that goes for any quarterback. You saw what happened when Brady lost everybody in the playoff game. You see what I'm saying? When Brady lost everybody in the playoff game, he wasn't no good. You can't take weapons from these type quarterbacks and think that they're going to just go make it happen. You know, it's only a few guys that can make it happen when they don't have anything. Huh? You know, Lamar Jackson can make it happen. Josh Allen can make it happen. Those type guys. They'll make a way out of nowhere because they can run the ball. That's really the reason why. I ain't saying they're better than that. I'm not saying all that kind of stuff. I'm just saying their ability to run adds another whole element to the game, and that is something, as we all know, that will not do. Y'all don't want the truth, man. Y'all don't want the truth. I'm just gonna tell it like it is. I'm a Cowboy fan. I've seen enough. That can get it done. It's just that y'all know. Dion credit sent to his players. That's really all I'm saying. You can't tell me they're taking away Amari Cooper and that's gonna make Dak Prescott better. It's not. Unless you're telling me you're replacing Cooper with Devontae Adams or somebody. Now if you tell me that, then I say, okay, we good. But we all know that ain't gonna happen. You can't tell. I'm not sure about CeeDee Lamb. And really, if you're gonna have CeeDee Lamb as number one, who is your number two? I gotta have a killer at number two. And Michael Gallup ain't gonna be it because he ain't gonna be ready. So who's your number two receiver? I mean, look, if Amari Cooper is not on this team next year, I'm gonna sit back and just eat my dinner and watch the Cowboys and just be cool and calm. I'm gonna drink my water like this. I'm gonna open up. I'm not gonna get emotionally involved. I would cheer very smoothly like this. I will not be hollering at my TV. I will not require blood pressure medication. Like, I would not do it. I'm not gonna do it. If I don't see certain guys on this team next year, I'm gonna start asking the question. Let me ask y'all this, and we'll close out with this. Or let me open up the line. Lines are open. There it is. Call that number you want to talk. Listen, let me ask y'all this question. If I don't see a certain guys on this team next year, I'm going to start wondering, are we rebuilding? See, if you tell me we rebuilding, then I'm good. Then I don't have no expectations. But if you still telling me we got a chance to do this and that, and I know you don't, I don't want to hear that. See, we're almost there, y'all, because the window really done closed. I mean, if it ain't closed, it's just about closed. It just about is. Zeke Elliott ain't the same. He's not. Even when his knee wasn't hurt, he wasn't the same. Y'all know that. I know y'all love him. Don't let it. Y'all got to start telling the truth. Tyron Smith, brittle. Love him to death. First look. First round. First ballot Hall of Famer. Yes, but he's brittle. Huh? I'm just telling you the truth. Are we rebuilding, or are we really talking Super Bowl here? If you tell me Connor Williams is gonna find his way on this team next year, you're telling me you're not really serious about the Super Bowl. That's why I'm not gonna get involved, because I already know. I'm serious. If you tell me that we still ain't solved the defensive tackle position, when you just keep letting free agents go, this has been a 6-7 year problem. We still saying the same thing. We need a guy in the middle that can stop the run. How many years we got to keep saying? I mean, serious. It used to be safety. It looked like Curse is the answer. But if you tell me Curse is not there, then how many years are we going to say, hey, we need a safety? How many years have we said this in a row? How many years do we say, okay, we need to stop the run? How many years are we going to keep saying the same thing? How many years do we got to keep saying, Kellen Moore need to run the football? How many years? Huh? I don't, look, tell me, are we really trying to win the Super Bowl? Because if you do, then I'm going to see you try to make Super Bowl moves. I mean, how many years? How many years do I got to keep saying the same thing? How many years do I got to say the same thing about Kellen Moore every year? Every year, same thing. He don't run the ball. His play calling in the red zone is questionable. Why are we in the shotgun on first down and goal from the 2-yard line? Why are we in shotgun formation? Why don't we get the ball to Zeke? We say we got a great offensive line. Why don't you let the guys line up and knock these guys back and get a little 2-yard touchdown? Instead, we want to throw bubble screens. How many years do I got to keep saying the same thing? Y'all done said it too. Y'all quiet now, but y'all know y'all done said it. You know it's true. Y'all know it's true. Oh, I'm just saying. If we're not ready, let me know we're rebuilding. See, I got my people in here. Y'all are church. Let the church talk. Let the church in. Y'all know I'm a preacher, so the church is talking. Listen, look at the Keenan. Look what Keenan is saying. Look what Shane is saying. Look what they're saying. It's the same stuff. Why are we running that same little screen pass to Ziggy Elliott like nobody knows what it is? I mean, good God. Why are we still running only slant routes? Y'all don't want to tell the truth. Y'all don't want to tell the truth. Y'all know how I am. Y'all know I'm going to tell you. It's still wear my stuff. Like you see right here. I'm going to wear my stuff proud. I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm just saying the same thing. Good God. Phone line open. Let's go on close out. I feel my tension coming in. I feel tension in the air. I feel it through the screen. I can see some of y'all. Y'all know I'm telling the truth about Dak Prescott. He's gotten better every year. He's just not. Look, see, here's the problem with Dak Prescott, y'all. It's not Dak, really. Y'all done forgot. See, the guys that y'all comparing him to are most of them are first overall draft picks in the draft. Most of them are franchise quarterback. That's what they are. Joe Burrow, first round, says everybody want to get on him. Justin Herbert, first round. Lamar Jackson, late first round. Who else y'all comparing him to? Rodgers really should have been in the top, 1 or 2 when he came out. But he was first round. But these guys, I even heard last year, some folks paying to Baker Mayfield. Well, no matter what you think about him, here's the bottom line. First overall draft pick. Dak Prescott was picked in the 4th round. But see, the problem with Cowboy fans is this. You look at Dak Prescott as if he is a first number 1 overall draft pick. He's not. He's a 4th round quarterback that has exceeded his 4th round expectations, but you done got it twisted thinking that he's really that guy on that level. And then you really got messed up because he got paid that type of money. Like he is a 1st round overall draft pick. We paid him like he's the greatest one, a franchise quarterback, and Dak is a franchise quarterback. But the expectations, that's not his game. See, they want the ball in Burrow's hand, throwing it 40 times. They want the ball in Justin Herbert hands, throwing it 40, 50 times. They want that. You don't want that for Dak Prescott. You don't want that. Wendy said he's my quarterback. He may be our quarterback, but you don't want your quarterback, our quarterback, throwing it 40, 50 times a game. You do not. And you ain't got to say nothing because it's going to make it seem like you're going against him. I'm just telling the truth. You want Dak Prescott throwing the ball 23 to 29 times a game. That's the truth. And what you want is one of our running backs, or if not both, to have 100 yards rushing. That's when Dak is effective. Him lining up in shotgun 40, 50 times, that's not his game. That's not his game. That's Romo's game. That's not Dak Prescott's game. And the problem is you're trying to make him be Tony Romo and all these guys. You know, you trying to make him Mahomes. You know, he's not that dude. That's not his game. He is a game. Yeah, y'all really get mad now. Dak Prescott is most effective when he takes on the role of a game manager type quarterback. Yes, an Alex Smith type quarterback. That's when Dak is most effective. James says Dak is the Danny White of the new generation. Danny can throw it though. But back then, they really weren't throwing it 40, 50 times. It was about running the ball. See what I'm saying? Dak is most effective when he's in game management mode. Not in, I don't know if that's, put that off. Okay. Hey, whoever that was, call me back. Whoever that was, call me back. I thought that was a scheme, but it's not. The call line is open. Whoever that was, call me back. Call line is open, y'all. I'm about to close it out in a minute. Let you guys dispute me. Yeah, Joe said when Zeke running over 100 yards, 29-0. Yeah, but when do we get the ball now? I mean, good Lord. You can't, I mean, look, just go down the list. 12 carries, 5 carries, 9 carries. I mean, you don't get the ball. And if he don't get the ball, you know Tony Pollard not getting it. We don't run it. There it is. That's the stat I was saying. It's when anybody runs over 100 yards, Joe. It's Tony Pollard in there too. Not 100 yards combined. When one of the running backs get over 100 yards, Dak Prescott is 29-0. Look, that tells you what we need to be doing. That's when he's most effective. He's undefeated. When somebody gets over 100 yards, Dak Prescott is undefeated at 29-0. When somebody runs the ball for over 100 yards, come on, man. Those are the facts. Wendy, I don't care if you shared it with Dak's family. I'm spitting, look. I ain't in for a popularity contest. This is just a fan who doesn't say me. I love that. I mean, I tell you that, but the stats speak for itself. I hope they learn fact. If they watching, here you go. Well, no, I ain't want to do that right there, Wendy. There it is. If Dak's family is watching, whether that's his brother or cousin, whoever, his girlfriend, I don't care. There it is right there. When Zeke, or what he said when Zeke, but when there's anybody run for over 100 yards, Dak Prescott is 29-0. It tell you what need to happen. That's Kellen Moore. I'm gonna leave that right there. It speaks for itself. Shane said, who was a better passer, Dak or Quincy Carter? Quincy Carter was a better thrower of the football. But it's almost a different era because Quincy relied on the running game a whole lot too. But Quincy was a better thrower of the football. He was. He was. That Quincy Carter was a better thrower of the football. And I keep telling y'all this, but I talked to Quincy, at least once or twice every week and a half or so. And I just ain't had time to bring him on. Plus, he wants to camp. But he's promised to come on to this show, and he's a Dak Prescott diehard. So he'll if I bring Quincy on here, he's gonna try to shut me up. But I'm gonna bring him on here. Quincy knows how I feel about that. I'm gonna bring Dak, and I will respect here Quincy because Quincy will speak from a lot of different perspectives that I think is worth listening to. He ought to know. So that's coming, y'all. I promise you that. All right, our call-in line is open. We got about another 15 minutes left. But you guys can come on with me real quick. Use that call-in line there. If you want to call in or not, I'll go ahead and shut it down. Listen, I'll be with you guys on Monday. At what time? 7:00 on Monday. I'll be with you guys Monday. We might do a part 2 of this because this linebacker thing really has me concerned. Our linebacker depth, our linebacker approach, and the way that we possibly may use Michael Parsons next year, depending on who's left, really concerns me. That's just what I'm feeling. I think Randy Gregory or D-Law or maybe even both will dictate the way that Michael Parsons is used next year. One of them probably is going to stay. Joe said Dak is better than Quincy. What a dumb question. Joe, I think he was asking as a thrower of the football, not is he better, because I would agree with you that Dak is better, but in fairness to Quincy did not have what Dak has. The players around Quincy was a rookie and Jason Witten and Antonio Bryant. The line was not that great. Running backs really didn't have no real running back back then. Troy Hambrick, guys like that. Quincy didn't have. He had a great coach in Parcells, but he didn't have. He didn't have what Dak has. Dak got Hall of Famers and all pros around him. Yeah. As a passer, I think Quincy was better though. Quincy was known as a strong arm and can flat out make every throw, whip it. That's what Quincy was, no doubt about that. Strong arm. He could make every throw, no question. For those that remember, but overall, Dak is better. But then you had to get into that comparison. Okay, what if Quincy Carter had what Dak had, and then what do you think Quincy would have been? And I think it's safe to say, hello. All right, guys. I appreciate everybody hanging out. Listen, last thing, go ahead and check it out. There it is on the ticker there. Look, if you want to contribute to the show, Cash App, $ the Big Time Show. If you want to become a subscriber, there it is on the screen, the Big Time Show 3.supercast.tech. That is the way that you become a monthly contributor on your own. I'm not asking for the moon. You can pay what you want to pay. If you want to send $2 a month, that's fine. If you want to send $20, that's fine. Whatever. But there's your chance to help your boy out in that. There all my handles are, in particular the YouTube channel. I really need you guys to help me out with the YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. That won't cost you anything. That just costs you a couple seconds. Go to your phone, get to your YouTube or your computer, search out the Big Time Show. You'll see my face there and all the videos and all that kind of stuff. Just subscribe to that channel. Subscribe to it. Then turn on those notifications, and I would appreciate it so much. Until Monday, y'all, I'll see you guys on Podbean as well. If you're on Podbean, that red reward bag is there for you. All you have to do is click on that, and you will become a subscriber to the Big Time Show podcast. All right. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging with me for this little time. I'll see you guys Monday. You know how we close it out. Come on, everybody. Come on and put your hands together right now. I need to see some clap emojis real quick. We know how we do it. We groove out of here. This is, a place where the truth is being told. I don't care if y'all like it or not. It's the truth. This is, we'll see you Monday. The Big Time Show.